Hello and welcome to the brief hybrid workshop on spatial thinking through Webmaps. My name is Jesse Rouse, and today I'll be talking about what is spatial. Well, spatial is the location of and relationship between objects and phenomena that exist in the world and of course everywhere else. Now, whenever we talk about this from different perspectives, it really comes down to the question of what is special about spatial. And what's special is the fact that it is inherent in so many disciplines out there today, from sciences to the humanities. Spatial thinking by itself finds meaning in the shape, the size, the position of objects, and the relationships between different objects. In the real world, whenever we're wandering around, it's everything from the relationship of ourselves to a tree and the ground to the sky above us, and of course, our position in the world. The National Resource Council has stated that spatial thinking uses the properties of space as a vehicle for structuring problems, for finding answers, and for expressing solutions. Whether we're talking about this in the classroom, where we can utilize geospatial technologies like we'll be talking about today, or in our day-to-day lives. We're going to kick off with Google Earth. It is a interface that you've probably seen. It's a virtual globe. You can actually view this through Google Maps at maps.google.com. But if you want to use the downloadable version, it's available at earth.google.com, which is what you're seeing right now. And we're looking at the wealth of data that's available throughout the world, everywhere from the US to, of course, all the way into the Middle East, where we're seeing Dubai and the United Arab Emirates. We're going to jump over to Raleigh now, an area a little bit closer to home, where we can take a look at an area just north of 540, where we're looking at change over time. What you're seeing is a modern aerial image with 540 in the south and of course a nice neighborhood in the middle. But we're going to look at historic imagery. We have, of course, historic imagery from aerial photographs back from the beginning of the airplane all the way through to today. In terms of satellites, those have been available for the last 20 years, but they provide the ability to look at both the natural and built environment as they change, and we'll get an understanding of how we're impacting our world. This can have impacts both, of course, physically in terms of climate change and local environmental change, all the way through to cultural change that we see throughout the world. We're going to move on now to Bing Maps. Bing Maps is a traditional web map interface, traditional of course in the last 5 years. It's available at www.bing.com/maps, and it provides a wealth of information that you can utilize, not only the roads that you see, but also aerial imagery, different perspectives of aerial imagery, and even dynamic data that's being generated by users like you and me, and is being actually updated as people go out and create more data. Now you can use this in different areas. As you can see, this is a fairly rural area, the areas around UNC Pembroke. But if we take a look at Charlotte, we can see different types of data. In rural areas, they're not really spending a lot of money. Instead, they're spending most of the money in terms of data, where they're going to have the largest audiences in urban areas. So what you can see here, of course, is this dynamic data that's being created and updated. And as we zoom in, we see much higher resolution aerial imagery, eventually into 3D imagery, and as we get all the way down to the surface, we're seeing street view level data. So we're no longer looking at that top-down perspective that a traditional map would give you, but actually building the map around you. Now we say that because we're dealing not just with images here, but also 3D objects. As we move down the street, you can see that these images are pasted onto 3D buildings. And as we go under bridges and things like that, we get a new sense of what is spatial. So all of these different technologies, all of these different data sets allow us to begin to contextualize the world around us and begin to think spatially, whether we're talking about the sciences, social sciences, or humanities.